Hey guys, my name is Zack, and I'm here to talk about Lewis, probably the best trainer I've ever had. Listen, I started working with Lewis about a year ago, and what really drew me to him and him specifically is I used to be someone who was also very overweight. At my heaviest when I was like 18, I think the heaviest I ever got was like 299.8 pounds on the scale, and I said I'm not getting to 300. And after that, I really lost a lot of weight, but I was doing mainly cardio, not knowing anything about weightlifting. And I would get into weights and then I would get out of weights and then I wouldn't be consistent and then work would get busy. And, it was years and years and years. Years of working with different trainers, years of taking on different fitness programs, years of doing online programs. And, when I saw his page, honestly, something about his transformation just kind of gave me, hope that my dreams and goals were actually still quite realistic and I could actually hit them if I reached out. So I got in contact with Lewis. I've been working with him probably for, I would say, a little less than a year now. And at first I was really hesitant because I've worked with so many different trainers and I live in Japan. So I've worked with trainers back when I was, back home in the States in person. I've worked with different online programs in Japan. I've worked with different online trainers in the States. I've worked with a lot of different people. And the online program specifically, I was really hesitant about because I feel like, when you have online coaches, like it kind of feels like sometimes they're not necessarily listening, if that makes sense, or like especially coming in Japan, like there's different like dietary things that are available here that aren't available back home. And Lewis, like you can tell he really cares, like he actually cares about his clients, and he would take time to like sit down and say, okay, what is available there, how can we fit this in, this is what you can do as long as you pair this with this. And the exercises as well, because I had a car accident many years ago, and I've injured my back a few times on my lower back. And he literally like would say, okay, well, we're not going to touch this. We're not going to do these sets of exercises. And would come up with a whole menu, a revolving menu that would shift, and he'd tweak and update every month. That just like I haven't injured myself. And the weights that I've lifted since working with Lewis, and I can tell that I've seen differences in my physique, but I've like gone up like twice as much as what I was lifting before on everything. And my form feels steady. I mean, he gives pointers on everything. He's very hands-on. He checks in with you and makes sure that you're checking in. And honestly, I haven't ever had a coach like this before. So like, I think the best thing about working with him is that you can just tell that he cares, like truly cares about you and your success as a person, because he saw the other side of that and he was at that other side. What I would say to anyone wanting to work with Lewis is be prepared to be consistent. I would say that with, the time zone difference, and I'm currently doing a lot of different things with my life right now, it's hard to always do the check-in, but I can tell you when you do follow through, you're checking in, you're serious about what you're doing, you're gonna see results. Like it's impossible not to, right? And come into him or come to him or go to him with with the motivation, the desire to change, but you gotta be ready to meet him halfway as well, and he will take you all the way. Like he'll take you all the way to where you want to go and then some. But there's no shame. There's just pure acceptance. He's really accepting. He's really kind. He listens. But it feels like it's for the first time I've talked to a trainer who actually like gets it. And I can't really, I don't know how else to put it, but it feels like a friend and a trainer. Like he actually cares about your success and your progress, but then is able to like communicate it. And that's something that I think for a lot of trainers, like in Japan, I've worked with trainers at the gym. I've hired trainers for like 10 sessions here and there, and they're just like, okay, just do this. Okay, but just do this. But they don't actually walk you through anything, or you'll try to tell them, okay, but this isn't working. And they don't really like expound upon what they're trying to say. Whereas Lewis is so detail oriented and he'll give you every single thing. So anyone looking to transform their personal physique from one physique to another, or someone like me who came from the whole other opposite direction and is really trying to bulk out, gain muscle, get tips on nutrition and start going with that, I can't recommend him highly enough, honestly. The progress I've made at the gym and the consistency of my working out and just my clothes fitting better, me feeling better, my energy levels have like skyrocketed. I mean, I was always kind of a clean eater since I started losing weight, but the consistency of what I'm eating and hitting the macros and everything, it's just been life-changing. So, you know, he's worth everything. I mean, he's the best investment that you could possibly make, truly. So, Lewis, thank you. I appreciate you. And, yeah, I am so happy that I got to work with him. And I'm so happy that I found his page on Instagram. I mean, the guy's a fucking inspiration. I mean, I didn't even think it was possible to look like that coming from where I was before, and seeing him in myself, or seeing myself in him, and seeing the changes that he made was just insane. So respect to him. And he's become kind of my target for how I want to be and keep going. And just knowing that exists in and of itself, is worth more than anything to me. But knowing that I can actually talk to this guy and he will actually guide you and give you exercises and like encourage you and support you and check in and like congratulate you, I just find it to be amazing. And the tools that he uses, it was the previous online trainers I used before, like it wasn't, I don't know how to describe it. It was very confusing, and he uses like the most simple thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And you just go through, he programs your exercises for you. You give him feedback on what was hard, what you found, you know, to be more challenging or easy or difficult. And the whole program takes care of itself. Like it logs exactly what your previous weight was, your records. It congratulates you every time you hit a new record, and you can actually track it, but it tracks and compares to the previous data automatically. And then he uses that to give you advice on both nutrition and your actual workouts moving forward. So, I owe so much to him, and I'm so grateful to be being taught by him, honestly. So he best trainer I've ever worked with. I know that's not even me, just that's not exaggeration in any way, shape, or form. I've worked with so many trainers and it's the first time I met someone and it's like, oh my God, he gets it. He fucking gets it. And he uses like science to back up his facts. He understands it. And he's seen it. Like he knows how it works, because you can literally see where the guy came from to where he is now. And it's just fucking amazing. So Lewis, thank you. And anyone who's on the fence, just trust me, do it. You will not be disappointed. All right. Thank you.